This is Justin Amazon with another update on February 27th, 2018. Today we're just zoomed out looking at the latest candles on everything. So we've got the daily on the left here at the top and the 5-minute on the right. And I'm going to walk you through a few things I saw today, and we'll do it in a much shorter video than we did yesterday. I've also got the 1525 call expiring Friday and the 1515 call expiring Friday as well. So this gap was actually opening up. It was a gap up from a bullish candle. I believe it was pretty close to a shaved top. There's a little wick above from yesterday. But either way, it was a retest gap, and boy did it retest. So we're going to zoom in. I did extend the line I had drawn in from yesterday at about 1514, because that's the line I was watching today for some continued support. And so I'm just going to zoom in on the first few candles here with the open. And what happened was it opened, traded down very quickly with that retest, obviously, traded right back up very quickly, and just kind of chopped within that. Then we got a nice high wave candle. Let's see, it's kind of hard to tell with the volume in this one. Let me increase the size of this. We can take a better look. All right, so here we are here. Decent volume still, and a great place to just go ahead and set a trigger above and a stop below. But I didn't like how close the wick was to that 1514 support from yesterday. I really wanted it to come down to that level. And then it formed another long tail candle. And this one inside the previous one. And again, it would have been a great place to trade this bullish above this candle with a stop right below. I did not take that trade. That would have been the trade to take in the morning, because then you get this large bullish candle that just traded right back up to the high of the day, and that's either where you would have locked in some gain or locked in all your gain after these large candles. It would have been maybe a 1.5 R gain, something like that, at least a 1-to-1. But that was not what I was looking for. From yesterday's video, I said I was looking for Amazon to come down into the low 1500s, and that's what it did over in here. I was watching it. It was way down here. I didn't buy, but maybe I should have. It had broken below this 1514 very aggressively, and I thought maybe it was going to come back up to it and roll back down, but then it came back up above and looked like it was taking out the high. It did slightly, and then came right back into the 1514 level, bounced, and I got in on this candle. I got in right here above the break right here. I was watching it as it broke above. It was breaking above this candle, continuing to break above these two, which are pretty close to a tweezer top. These were off by about, let's see, 1516.44 and 1516.49, so about 5 cents away from each other. I think these two had a tweezer bottom-ish candle. This was 1516. No, I'm reading the high. The low is 1507.39 and 1507.21. So 18 cents off, but again, very close to tweezer-ish candles. So anyway, back to the trade I took. I got in here, bullish, with a stop down about right in here with the option, and that becomes important again. Looking back at the options, I was very happy that through this pullback, this pullback here, that the option price actually stayed here in this low at the 1515 calls. So the low I put in here at about 305, it kept that pretty close, 294. Only dipped a little bit below compared to the 1525 call, This had a low of 1040 and then made a new low of 925. And that was just too much range for it to take out a low by that much. I was comfortable with kind of that price low around $3 on the 1550. And so I believe I got in on this candle. Yep, that's the one. Had my buy as a limit buy of 350 and a stop I put in at 275. I always leave a little bit of room for the spread on the option, so I was risking $1, risking $100, risking $1 on the option. So from 350 down to 275 with a little bit, excuse me, with a little bit of a spread. So hopefully I'd be stopped out before it got down to 250, risking that $1 R or $100 R. So what happened was the candles just chopped, moved up a little bit more, which looked great. Thinking, okay, let me zoom back in on the activity here. Came up. This candle continued, shaved top, then it came back down. This stayed above. This bearish candle made inside or was higher on the low. The next candle higher on the low, higher on the low. Thought something good. It's building up some pressure. We got that squeeze forming. It looked like the momentum was increasing, and then it just slammed back down to that 1514. I was watching it and seeing, okay, well, it held that 1514 level, and this was great on an intraday, having a bullish gap and go on an intraday 5-minute candle. I thought this is phenomenal. Then this candle, seeing this candle take out this high, I had the chart up. It looked like this is just going to go exactly what I wanted to happen, and then again came back down into the 1514 area, and then bounced. And then came back down and then bounced. And all the while I'm thinking, okay, this has just been shopping ever since I got in here. If my stop is going to hold, at least it's below this solid level. And that level worked really well. The trade just didn't work. I think this candle came in, and we'll switch back over to the option. This candle I knew I was in trouble. And then, no, wait, that is the candle. Yeah, so this is the candle that put in a low of 270, and that was actually where the option stopped out. So I sold at the low, not where you want to be selling. You want to buy at the low, sell at the high. So I bought at pretty close to the high on this candle at 350, and was the selling price at the 270. So only 5 cents of slippage, or for the option spread that I anticipated. So then with commissions, it was a loss of $90, or about 0.9 R on this trade. But keeping my stop at this level was the right place to have it. The trade just didn't work. It just didn't continue higher like I thought it was going to do, breaking above, these candles breaking above the high here, this candle breaking above that high. It looked like it was going to continue up like it did with some bouncing with some veracity back on this massive move day on the daily, but it just didn't work. It was a little frustrating seeing that the next couple of candles then did bounce and then did come back up, and had I still been in, or had I maybe set the stop at the 250, giving myself the full R, that full $100, maybe it wouldn't have stopped me out. And then, again, had I been watching it, maybe I could have squeaked out a scalp of, a couple dollars or something on either of these candles. Would not have been much, but, would have been, the last chance to get out for any profit had I not been stopped out here, because the rest of the day it just chopped again. It was significant that, again, the 14.15 price that we were looking at yesterday. Oops. Let's try that again. And we'll zoom back in. So I thought it was interesting that this 14.15 pre-market high that we were seeing tag multiple times, came back and tagged multiple times in the early afternoon, and then save for the closing 5-minute candle and these two candles here. It really did hold up pretty well, and would be a good price to look for some more moves the next couple days. Looking back at the daily, I'll zoom in on the daily chart. It would be great to have a little bit more of a pullback again into the low 1500s. We got pretty close today. This moving average is the 5 moving average, very aggressive moving average. Just some things that I look for on the 5 and the 21. But it it has some more room to pull back, maybe through 1500 down into 1480, 1490, somewhere in here. And then with that daily the daily squeeze had already fired. Anything in here that gives you a pullback to buy into some weakness on the daily or potentially even the hourly could be a great place to continue going bullish. I think I was looking at the hourly over here. And yeah, seeing, okay, on the hourly, we've got a squeeze that formed on the with the extended hours. And I think, I don't remember how to turn off the extended hours on here very quickly during the video. I'll have to figure that out for the next video. There's got to be a way to do it quickly, but I usually just keep them on. So I'll try and figure that out so I'm not trying to fumble with it during the video. But anyway, looking at the hourly, looking for some more movement. We've had quite a run from the low earlier in the month, back on the 9th, a run up, slight pullback, quick bounce, and then some just continuation higher, making some new highs. And the extended hours has the high at 1529. This could definitely pull back a little bit more, into this 1490, 1480, and come back into some of these levels here, where we had some daily movement, even back into 1470 would be, some old resistance, new support, and it would be a great place to be looking for a buy later this week. Since we didn't get, or I didn't get the pullback I was looking for and the bounce today, maybe a little bit more of a pullback is what we're in store for. I don't know, but we will keep an eye on Amazon because here we are just in Amazon. Thank you.